Hello and welcome to today's video. Back in January I said I was going to be doing some videos on various microphones, and one of them was a Sennheiser MK4, and I sort of mentioned that we'd do a video about it, and I forgot all about it until a few days back when I saw on AliExpress an advert for a Sennheiser MK4, and the price was about £35. Now normally these are round about 200 or so, just above, just below, that's that sort of figure. A single diaphragm, large format, and sort of often talked about as being quite a nice microphone. It's refreshingly chunky, and I've got a problem. The problem is the new mic turned up, and the first thing I thought I'd do is stick a bit of tape on it to make sure I don't get them mixed up. So I did. So two microphones, one with the yellow tape. This is the fake one. But then I dropped all the boxes and things on the floor, and I've now got a bit of a problem because I've got the accessories and I don't know which ones are which. I've got two completely different boxes as well. So what I've got are two boxes. Now clearly the box designs are different, and I don't know which is my old box. I'm guessing the one that's a bit beat up is probably the new one. So this is the fake box, I think, because as far as I can see from the internet, this style of box is the one that everybody are pushing out now, including, you know, Sennheiser themselves. And it's got like a little label on the side that says, please verify authenticity and get information, and there's a QR code on it. And if you look at the QR code, it takes you to Sennheiser's anti-counterfeit policy and warns about the sort of dire things about getting dodgy microphones. That's great. So I was pretty sure this is the new box. The old box, turns out it's also got a sticker on the side from Sennheiser that takes you to exactly the same page. So I don't know which of these two boxes is the real Sennheiser box and which isn't. I've got no way of telling, and unfortunately I've mixed up all of the insides as well. So I've got two different cases. This I found not in the box. This was like where I'd left the microphone, so I'm guessing this is the original. So it's a sort of tie bag. It's got like drawstrings on the top, and I'm 90% certain that is the one that came with my Mark IV 2 or 3 years ago when I bought it. The one that I think is the fake is this one. It's very stiff. A zip-up bag. It's not actually a particularly good fit on the microphone because the microphone itself is quite big and chunky. So if I put it in there, that's a sort of bit of a stretch to get that in there. It's okay. So one of the real problems now is that the fakes are getting very good. Now, if you think about it, a 200 quid microphone and a £35 microphone, there should be a difference in the sound. And to save you sort of listening to the next bit, I'll tell you, there isn't. To all intents and purposes, I can't tell the difference between these two. Now, the weird thing is that the MK4 is marketed by Sennheiser as a made in Germany microphone. It's not one of the ones that's advertised as made in China. So I don't know. But what I've got are two mics. I'll put them on the scales. They're within 4 grams of each other. They're very, very close. And if I get them mixed up, I'm stuck. I'm really glad that I put that bit of tape on because I didn't bother to pay attention to the accessories. Not that I'll ever use them. The only weird thing is that the 35 quid version did not come with a stand clamp. So I don't know what it should have done. It was in the picture, just didn't get it. But I did get quite a nice microphone for £35. So I suppose we better have a listen and see if you can decide if there's a difference. I can't hear it, I'll be honest, right up front. As far as I'm concerned, these two microphones sound exactly the same. Scary, isn't it? Well, actually, there is a small difference. I've actually discovered that the fake one is actually slightly less sensitive. I mean, on the recorder that I'm using, on a scale of 1 to 10, it's on 6 on 1, and the fake one, the gain has to be turned up to 7. So the genuine Sennheiser is a little bit more sensitive. I didn't actually know that, so that's worthy of a note, I think. One dot on the thing is not going to make much difference, really, although clearly they're not remotely matched. So probably not the thing to use as a stereo pair, I guess. I had expected that they'd be exactly the same. My quick test that I did when I got it out of the box just told me they were the same, and they're not when I've come to record this. Let's do the test. I don't think the sound of it is going to be very conclusive because I didn't think I could hear it, but maybe your ears are better than mine. Could be. So we're on the SM7B, the reference mic we're using. Let's switch to the genuine Sennheiser MK4. We're on the MK4 now. Now, distance-wise, that's the sort of distance we are from my mouth. I will repeat the test with it close in so you can hear the tonal change. But as you know, distant mics are my preference, and I think they're a bit more revealing. So let's swap from the genuine to the fake. We're now on the fake MK4. So the fake MK4, with my quick test, I thought was pretty similar. In actual fact, I mean, so similar I was struggling on the test system that I initially plugged them into, which is a Tascam interface going into Cubase. And here in the studio it's not, it's different. So, all right, let's switch about between the two. One of the things that is concerning me a bit is that the Chinese copies are getting better. Previously, you know, if you unscrewed the grill on an SM58 copy, what was inside didn't look like a Shure capsule. And then we got that one we did recently, the 87, where the fake one inside was so close, couldn't tell the difference. They'd copied the actual capsule, they copied the mounting system of the 3 little points, leading me to wonder if they actually came from the same place because they were that close. With these, one is supposed to be made in Germany, one is clearly made in China. They are a tiny bit different, but I don't know. Now we've been switching between the two, so we should have a better idea of what they sound like at a distance. So let's recalibrate and do it a bit closer in. This time I'm that far from my mouth. So this is the genuine one, and I'm hoping that this test is as transparent as the other one, really. It'll be interesting to see if we can hear the difference when we're listening critically. The studio today is not totally silent. There's a computer whirring away here, so I can hear the fan noise of that computer. So I'm assuming that if I shut up, you should be able to hear it too. So let's give it a go. This is the genuine one. And if we switch to the fake one, so that's the fake in terms of what they hear when it's as silent in this studio as it possibly can be. So I don't really know. This is a bit scary, isn't it? Anyway, best thing to do is I'll go back, edit this together, and let's see what we think. I have to say that if I didn't have very much money, £35 for one of these would give you a pretty decent microphone. When you consider that the genuine one is a lot more money at nearly 200. then 35 is a pretty decent price, and it's not in any shape or form a rubbish microphone. I think the MK4 is a sort of useful step up before you go to multiple pattern microphones. So I don't think I would buy, I mean, I've only got one MK4, and the reason I didn't buy two, because it's my normal sort of system that I would actually buy two microphones, because I do lots of stereo recordings. And I didn't get sort of tempted to buy the second MK4, because although it's a nice microphone, I just don't think it was useful enough to me. I've got other microphones at varying price points that do a similar job. So I didn't spend the extra money on having a pair of MK4s. I think at a push I could probably get away with using these two together, because I've listened back to the edit and they're as close as they can be, and that's what worries me. A microphone that is so close to the one that it's copying makes me wonder if there's something else going on here. I've got my suspicions, but two microphones, very, very close, one 200, one 35 quid. Which one would you buy out of these two? I think the 35 quid ones, knowing that they're fakes, is a tough decision for some people to make. And it's down to probably morals and ethics, and in this case, not quality. It's a tricky one, isn't it? I'll see you on the next video. Look after yourselves. Take care.